guys, it's Miss Amy. We're reading in your science book today on page 266, section 9.7. Turtles and Crocodiles, Masters of Armor. Shielded turtles. A turtle is easily recognized by the hard, rounded shell that it carries on its back. You may have watched a turtle crawl alongside the road with its head held high and its soft, fat legs slowly moving its heavy shell. When it suddenly senses danger, the turtle stops, pulls up its legs, tucks in its head, and hides within its shell. Instead of a moving animal, it suddenly looks more like a hard rock. Later, the turtle slowly stretches out its neck to see whether or not the way is clear. If everything seems to be fine, it pushes out its legs and inches on its way. Double-layered shell. If you ever pick up a turtle and study its shell, you will notice that the shell is divided into smaller sections. These sections that you see are really round, tough layers of skin called scutes. Underneath these scutes, the shell is divided into smaller bony sections that fit snugly around the turtle's body. As the turtle grows inside the shell, the bony sections also grow, making the shell larger. As the shell enlarges, the scutes receive new layers of skin in order to cover the expanding shell. The scutes and the bony sections are designed to fit together so tightly that the shell is actually one complete shield that cannot easily be broken by predators. Shell of protection. A turtle's shell consists of two main sections. The upper section, which is usually rounded like a helmet, is called the carapace. The lower section on which the turtle rests is called the plastron. The carapace is connected to the turtle's ribs and backbone, and the plastron is connected to the clavicle, which is the shoulder bone. The upper and lower sections are joined together at the sides to form a tough shield around the body of the turtle. Because the turtle is fastened to the carapace and the plastron, it never has to worry about walking away without its protective shell. Some turtles, such as the box turtle, have hinged plastrons that can close completely so that the turtle's body is locked within its shell. Others have small plastrons that do little more than protect the turtle's belly from harm. These turtles must either run or swim from danger, or, like the snapping turtle, face the danger by hissing and biting and letting off a terrible odor that sends the enemy on its way. The snapping turtle is very dangerous because it will attack with its sharp jaws, which are able to cut off a finger in one snap. Protection outside the shell. All turtles have sharp, beak-like jaws instead of teeth. With these jaws, they could eat not only small plants, tadpoles, fish, and worms, but also crayfish and hard-shelled mollusks. A turtle's nostrils and eyes are at the top of its head so that it can pop its head out of the water to breathe and to look around without having to reveal the rest of its body. Thick eyelids protect the eyes from harm. Clear, movable membranes shield the eyes like goggles whenever the turtle goes underwater. Most turtles have scales covering their heads, necks, tails, and legs. These scales protect the body parts that are not always inside the shell. Kinds of turtles. There are over 225 different kinds of turtles living in a variety of environments throughout the world. Most turtles are freshwater turtles because they prefer to live around streams, ponds, or lakes. Land turtles, or tortoises, prefer wooded or desert areas and are hardly ever found near water. Some land turtles live more than 150 years. Sea turtles live in the ocean and come on land only to lay their eggs. These giant reptiles have flippers instead of feet. Armor-plated crocodiles. Unless you live in a hot, humid part of the world, you should never have to worry about wild crocodiles. Crocodiles live in steamy jungle swamps, lakes, and rivers in Africa, Asia, South and Central America, and southern Florida. The crocodile is the most feared of all reptiles because of its enormous size and its hunger for any type of meat, whether it is man or beast. The largest crocodile can grow to lengths of 25 feet and can weigh over 2,000 pounds, although crocodiles this large are rare. A flesh-eating log. A crocodile's skin is covered with large, bony plates that look like a coat of armor. This special coat not only protects the crocodile from harm, it also disguises the crocodile by making it look like a log as it floats in the water. Many animals are caught by surprise when what they carelessly thought was a log suddenly glides up and eats them. A crocodile can sink even lower into the water to reveal only the top of its head, where its eyes, ears, and nostril are located. When a crocodile submerges completely underwater, flaps of skin cover and protect the nose, ears, and throat. These flaps help keep the crocodile from swallowing water even if it opens its mouth underwater to grab a bite. The crocodile can see underwater through a yellowish membrane that glides over its eyes. The crocodile moves its strong tail from side to side to travel quickly and quietly through the water. The tail is usually longer than the rest of the reptile's body. The crocodile's legs are very short, but they can carry it across the land at a rapid pace. Crocodiles eat snakes, fish, turtles, frogs, zebras, deer, and wildebeest where available. They are willing to kill and eat anything that comes close enough to be seized with their large, toothy jaws. Crocodiles usually attack from the water. They burst out of the water from a submerged position and grab their prey between their powerful jaws. They almost always pull their prey underwater to drown it before they eat it. An unusual reptile. Unlike most other egg-laying reptiles, the mother crocodile guards her eggs until they hatch. After digging a hole near the water's edge, the mother crocodile deposits her eggs and then covers them with leaves and grass and mud. She keeps a close watch on them day and night. The only time she leaves her nest is when the sun gets too hot and she has to dip into the water to cool off. She quickly returns, however, to growl and snap at any animal that comes too close. Many times she will pour water over her eggs to keep them cool. When she finally hears peeping sounds from inside the eggs, she carefully digs out the eggs and waits for them to hatch. For a few weeks after the baby crocodiles hatch, the mother protects them from snakes, fish, and other predators. Later, when they have outgrown her protection, she leaves the young crocodiles among the weeds to fend for themselves. Other crocodilians. Reptiles that are cousins to crocodiles are alligators, caimans, and gavels. These reptiles are so similar to crocodiles that they and the crocodiles are all called crocodilians. Alligators and caimans have oblong faces instead of the long, narrow faces of crocodiles. Many times, the only way to tell these crocodilians apart from their real crocodiles is to see if they have any lower teeth that are visible when their mouths are closed. Alligators and caimans show only their upper teeth when their mouths are closed. Crocodiles have a few lower teeth that stick out at all times. Alligators live only in the southeastern part of the United States and in China along the Yangtze River. Caimans live in Mexico, Central America, and South America. Gavels are strange-looking crocodilians from India, Malaysia, and Indonesia, with their long, thin snouts that reveal over 100 teeth. Gavels look very ferocious. They rarely eat anything but fish, however. Leather products. The armor-plated skin of crocodilians is often used to make fancy leather products such as handbags, shoes, and boots. Because there has been a great demand for this type of skin, some crocodilians have become endangered species. As with all of God's creatures, we must be careful to keep the balance of meeting man's needs through a responsible use of God's creation. Now it's time for a mini quiz.